We're adding another Asian dish to the Blackstone. What about a beef chow mein done my way? I think I did a pretty good job. Let's go. To get started, we have some very tender beef. This is chuck eye steak, so that will vary depending on how much baking soda you add to your velveting. The more tougher beef that you have, you might want to add just a little bit more of baking soda along with a little bit more thyme. Chuck eye steaks are extremely cost effective right now. Ribeye steaks are anywhere between $17 and $24.99 a pound. Strip steaks were $19.99 a pound, and these came in at $10.99 a pound. It's a good deal, especially for this recipe. As you can see here, we have separation of a lot of different muscle groups. So I am just going to follow the natural seam, and then we are going to cut against the grain to ensure that we have some tender beef. Probably overkill, but it definitely works out at the end. I'm going to opt to keep the fat in there because I love the fat. You can take that out if you want to, but now we're just going to find each individual piece and cut against the grain. Just to show you, you see how the grains are running this way? So just flip it around. Since the grains are running this way, and you want to cut it this way. The smaller your fibers are, the more tender your beef is going to be. Alrighty, into a bowl it goes. And we're going to add the following ingredients. As always, if you guys want the exact measurements, they will be on theflattopking.com. Soy sauce, oyster sauce, sugar, cornstarch, baking soda, 1/3 cup of water. Get in there and mix this around. Really dissolve all that stuff, especially the baking soda. Truth be told, I'm embarrassed to admit it, but these are the cold, hard facts. I never shied away from telling the truth, and this is one of them. I do not like chow mein. I have ordered chow mein before. People have commented for years on our YouTube channel. When I make something, oh, that's like chow mein, oh, that's like chow mein. I'm like, guys, that is nothing like chow mein. I have ordered a dish from a restaurant in Knoxville, Tennessee, and I thought it was horrendous. I thought, golly, who in the world would ever eat that? And I'm being 100% honest when I say this. They took all the stuff that we're doing today, instead of putting over wet noodles, they put it over these crunchy noodles. That was my experience years ago with chow mein. Since I got it from there, I always assumed that was chow mein. I guess technically it was, but that's not a chow mein dish we're making, nor is it the chow mein that I think should be represented. I don't know how it led to that, and I don't know how I'm the one that got it, but that's been my interpretation of chow mein. So today we're upping the game a lot. With that being said, we have some vegetables to prep.
We gotta let the dog in.
Heifer. Oh, she's half cow. And we'll get these vegetables knocked out, and then we'll prep the noodles.
Do you know that I was 40 years old before I realized that you could peel up and down? So for those of you that don't know that...
It might also determine, I could be wrong, some peelers might not allow you to do that.
Depends on your peeler.
Yeah. I'm going for like-sized pieces, so everything's going to be, in fairness, I'm going to try to make them uniform. I'm going to go ahead and break the little nuggets up, the little, what are they called? Onion thingamajiggers? What are they called, honey?
Strips.
Strips, thank you. With the green onions, I am going to separate the greens from the whites. And then from here, I'm just going to give them one good chop. Since, in fact, we did so many green onions, which is like one bunch, I only did half of a large sweet onion. If you omit one or the other, obviously, you'd probably want to add more of the other one. So keep them kind of like that right there. I like the chunks of green onions. And just separate those from the whites. Bok choy is very popular. I've just got a small head of green cabbage. That should work out fine. You know you're already starting off on a good dish when your whole cutting board is full of nothing but vegetables. And simply enough, we're just add this to a boiling pot of water, lightly salted, for about 3 to 4 minutes, because that's what the package instructions say, and then we're gonna rinse it with some cold water. Next up for the sauce, soy sauce. That's actually oyster sauce. Just kidding. See if you're paying attention. Equal parts to soy sauce and oyster sauce. We've used it on another recipe. Do you remember which one it was? I don't. However,
was it twice cooked pork?
Could have been. That seems right. So when you have it, you got to use it.
Chinese cooking wine that we can't pronounce.
Shoot, yeah. We won't even attempt that. Out of respect. Some sugar, sesame oil. We're gonna give that a mix. Mix everything up. Make sure that sugar is dissolved. And we're on the downhill slide. And once all that's mixed together, just a little bit of cornstarch and some black pepper. Let's talk about griddle for Asian dishes. Alrighty, working the Blackstone today. It's a 3-burner system. If you have a 4-burner, probably a little bit better for you because you have a little bit more surface area to work with. When you're talking about sauces like this that have thickening power in them, the reason why I'm gonna do this, the way I'm gonna do it today, is try to help you guys not destroy your griddle. All too often we get a lot of comments that says, hey, I did this, my griddle, like takes so long to clean. I try to help you avoid that situation. On a 3-burner, it's a little bit more difficult, a little bit less space. So what we're gonna do, I am going to completely shut this side off, right? This is gonna be our holding zone. This side's gonna go up to a medium and this is gonna be a low, okay? And the reason is my griddle runs downhill, so we're able to use some of that oil back over there a little bit later for our beef. We're gonna cook, steam, hold. Cook, steam, hold, cook, steam, and mix everything together. You got me? That makes sense? Good.
Just show me.
I'm gonna guess not too hot. Maybe in the low 300s, maybe. Let's see what happens. What's that say?
343.
Yeah, I'm off a little bit. 338. Yep. So you'll have a little bit of temp over here because of bleed over, but we're not ready yet. So let's just give it a second. My wife said, how do you know what temperature to cook at? And I said, well, wife, what do you know? Handy dandy griddle temperature guide magnet. This thing will just stick to anything. But the point is, it says right here, Asian stir fry recipes, 425 to 475. I can understand that, so that's what we're trying to do. That's why we got this on a medium. We want a sear zone, right? Not everything can stay at that temperature, right? We got to think about it. Once that starts searing off, we get a good color the way I'm liking it. We're gonna move it over to the low side. Let this warm back up. Add the garlic, add the beef. We'll push everything over to off to low. Great spot for the noodles. It'll all work out. That's a good job on it. It's about what I would have thought. A few tablespoons of oil. So everything goes down except the greens of the onions, even the whites. The whites are underneath the cabbage.
I gotta be honest, I'm looking forward to this one, baby. It smells amazing already.
You don't look forward to all of them?
I do.
But just this one.
This one especially. It's been a while since we've made a Chinese recipe.
I'm telling you, when I got that dang chow mein and it was crunchy and I didn't expect it, I was like, there ain't no way. I mean, I don't know if they just saw me coming from a mile away and like, he'll never know the difference. But that was a horrible experience. I bet I haven't eaten chow mein at a restaurant 5 years, thinking it tasted like that. So here's the thing about griddle cooking, right? We talk about surface area all the time. If you start spreading out your vegetables, you're gonna get a lot of char. It's gonna dry out your vegetables really quick. By keeping your vegetables together like this, you're able to capture some of the steam that starts working out of your celery, your onions, and your carrots, which helps your cabbage cook as well. So that's why I'm kind of keeping it over here and not all over the place. See that steam coming off? I'm using that to my advantage without adding water or a dome.
That's a good tip, babe.
Bean sprouts. My wife swears up and down she loves them.
I love those. That's my favorite.
All right, if you notice, this is not done yet. That's fine. We're going to go ahead and move it over to the cooler side of the griddle. Next up, I'm gonna do the beef. So I'm just allowing this right side. It shouldn't be that cool, but it should come back up to temperature. We should be in like the low 400s, maybe 400. What's that say?
345, 353, 360.
Yeah. See, what happens is when that griddle gets up to temperature, you add cold vegetables like that on there, you lose a lot of heat. So just give it a second. No reason to rush. because you want to sear on this beef. This is where you really want the flavor. See how much surface area I'm working with? All right, just a little bit of oil. It's going to funnel down. I'm going to add that garlic just until it's fragrant, not more than 60 seconds. Kind of infuse that oil, and then we're going to spread that beef out. And try to spread it out super thin. You might be wondering why beef and not noodles. Honestly, the noodles are a canvas for flavor, right? So if I can get the Maillard reaction, the beef flavor on the griddle first, move it over, and then add those noodles, it's just another way to pick up just a little bit more flavor. Put the noodles down, move them over, cook the beef, move it over. You don't really get a chance to pick up all that flavor.
I have a question. Are you worried about your garlic burning?
No. There's so much surface area here. If you notice, the moisture from the beef is starting to excrete. And that's why I was talking about the vegetables, how like if you keep it close together, that steam actually helps wilt instead of saute. If you notice here, like the garlic's just infused all over the place. If you had a large surface and you wasn't able to make it look like this, then I would think so, especially with the griddle being on the edges. The garlic being on the edges. I've kind of been working it back in to soften it up, but not at all. See, a little crispy. I like to actually get a char on my noodle. So once you cook your noodles, it's extremely important to cool them back down so that way you can stay on the griddle a little bit longer. So we're just going to spread this out. Make a little green bath to steam in. So these are the tops of the green onions. Take these vegetables, because remember this is on a low, so they got just a little bit more to cook. But it's right over top of that beef, which still can get that darkness, that caramelization.
We've got a great Dane drinking in the background.
She'll drink for the whole video. That's why they get so tired. It takes them an hour to drink. And they drink every hour. Take your time, honey. No pressure. Quiet on set didn't work. All right, see that texture right there, the little charred bits? I happen to like it, so that's why I do it. And since I don't work in a restaurant, my meat to vegetable ratio definitely benefits me, but I'd much rather have vegetables and beef than I would the noodles. That's not our first time today either.
Hey, Camper. Say hi. She's on the second bowl. She moved.
Plenty of residual heat, that's important. Go ahead and cut off that griddle. And now you're just looking to incorporate all that flavor. See that gloss, that consistency? That's what you're looking for.
When you add it all together, it doesn't seem like the beef and vegetable to noodle ratio is that bad. We do like it heavy on the meat and vegetables.
If you're looking to cut some, save some money on proteins, one thing I've had a kick on lately, and we'll probably do a video on it pretty soon, pork tenderloin. $2.49 a pound, and I gotta be honest with you, it's like, I think the best buck in the meat department. Tender, always readily available. Just like anything, it's a canvas for flavors. Everything from barbecue to Asian. The kids like it. You can pat it out and fry it really quick if you wanted to. All those little bits of tender beef, the carrots, the celery, green onions, cabbage, a lot of crunch, a lot of crunch. Mmm. Wow. Okay.
The beef is super, super tender.
True. Good job.
I've been snacking on the beef.
Just a heads up if you're not familiar with it, this is not General Chow's beef, right? This is not super sweet. It's savory. It's like, I would call it really balanced.
The sauce is very light.
Very light notes, like it's not one way or the other way, it's right there in the middle. If you want to add spice, obviously that's up to you. I'll add some sriracha at the end, but that's a damn good beef noodle. That's way better than that. And just to reiterate, no, I'm not lying. That's how we had it. I'm telling you, I've been anti this almost for over like 5 years. But if you're going to eat it like that, I'm down with it. There's a join button down below. It's a membership program. We thank each and every one of you for taking time for doing so. Check us on Facebook. Check us out on Instagram. Last but not least, thanks for watching. Don't forget to press the subscribe button. Pound the notification.
Share with your friends. Peace. Lunchtime. You didn't give me a bite on camera.
Oh. Well, you said you've been snacking while I've been over
Well,
there
I
cleaning.
haven't, but I haven't eaten everything together.
While I'm cleaning, you're snacking.
I'm sure it's great.
Oh, I want you to eat that one right there. Let's see what you can do.